So last night after I got done reading, I was thinking up of content ideas, seeing what I could do next. I have a lot of stuff written down, but I was like, maybe there's something else that I don't know yet, something that hasn't came to me. And then I had one of the most intrusive thoughts that I've ever had in my existence of being a human. Who are some of the worst units in Grand Summoners? It's very easy for us to look at a unit and be like, you know what? Bad. Oh wait, never mind. This guy, actually pretty good. But have we really ever asked the question of who is considered the worst units in the game? So to do this, I asked all of you your opinion. And we got a lot of troll comments, like people saying Mako and Juno, but I wanted to find the real ones, the people who actually gave me some ideas. And I saw someone say Light Zeorg. That one cuts deep. If you do not know about Light Zeorg, this guy is one of the first units to come out in Grand Summoners, one of the first hero festivals, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever he dropped about 4.5 years ago, he wasn't that good back then. So much so that whenever I got him back in the day, I never even awoken him. He's LB2, level 70, so I was planning on doing this at some point, I guess. But he has never been awoken, and I have never used Light Zeorg. And just to get like another opinion on this, if we go over to the Grand Summoners official tier list, signed off by the man Yama P himself, they put Light Zeorg at the bottom 3 of F tier, right next to Coco and Dalia. This is very interesting, and I want to see if I can maybe beat a hard event with the Zeorg. And by a hard event, I'm thinking of taking this guy up against the one and only Emmy. But first, we got to get this man kitted out, get him leveled up, and maybe even throw a crest on him to make sure that he's ready for war. So first things first, let's hit him with the limit breaks. Next, let's see if we actually have enough Tasmons to max him out. I'm actually surprised I had enough. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't farmed Tasmons in like years. And then finally, the Awaken Zeorg, you better perform, bro. I'm wasting 150 on you. And finally, the chickens to get him to level 90. So he's looking pretty good now. Look at that, a 4,000 attack stat for a 4-year-old unit. That's pretty solid. No crest on him because I'm going to be honest, I don't think I want to waste any on him. But I want to say his skill's kind of pog. This guy doesn't increase his own art gauge. He heals his own HP by 100. So one of the big things about Zeorg or Light Zeorg was the fact that he had a lot of chances to faint. Like, remember that was a very big thing going for him back in the day whenever people were talking about Light Zeorg. Everybody was like, oh my god, dude, he can faint. He's so good because he can just spam faint. And then, if I remember correctly, it never went off whenever you needed it to. Another reason why Light Zeorg is kind of whatever is because his whole gimmick is like getting enemies in break. As you see here, all allies crit rate 30% up during break. Only 30% though, and it's like, what's the point in that? It even gets crazier if you actually add in his true weapon, which his true weapon gives your team like 60 or 70% crit rate if the enemy is in break, and it's just so weird. Why does he want enemies to be in break if he himself isn't a breaker or something else? It's just all over the place, man. His kit is just so whack. So I think this is the team that we're gonna rock to try to beat Emmy. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I think this team can do it. The only thing that I may do is add another blessed necklace, which, you know what? I'm actually going to do that. I saw this the other day whenever I was making the beginner's guide video. I actually still have my 4-star ticket and I never used it on anything in here, at least for this year. So I'm just going to pick up another blessed necklace. Why not? You know, having multiple is always a good thing. So yeah, I think this would be able to beat Emmy. I hope at least. I don't consider Emmy the hardest boss in the game, but I do consider her semi-difficult. No defense item on this team though, which is kind of scary, but I don't think you need one if you have a lot of healing like we do here. Plus on top of that, we have Zeorg's Feint, which I think is going to be a deciding factor in our victory.
Stop the cap.
Look at that, we have Zeorg picking up the target already. You see that right there? Look at that. People out here sleeping on Zeorg. This man is getting targeted by Emmy. People always got shit to say about these old units, but then they don't use them. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point in saying that, oh yeah, it'd be nice if GS would buff them, but you're not even gonna use them anyway, because they're already good. That's the secret to Grand Summoners, is that all these old units are actually cracked. There's no need to buff them, because they can do it all themselves. Look at this damage right here. Look at that. That's what, 16,000 per hit? Sheesh. You know, I'm actually surprised this is going as fast as it is. I mean, I thought that we would kind of get bodied more, but we're not. Like, it's actually going pretty okay. Why is this going okay? Granted, in order for me to make this work, I'm using 3 of the best units in the game at the moment. But I don't know, man. I think people might just be hating on the Zeorg. And on these older units, they may actually just be the best thing in the game. Look at this damage, bro. Like, you can't teach that. You can't teach that. You are developed like that. Let's see, who's gonna die here? Is anybody gonna die? Anybody? Oh, snap, no one died. I can't tell who's targeted. We have so many buffs. Is it Zeorg? Zeorg's targeted. What a god. They were sleeping on this man. They were really sleeping on him, but there's no reason to sleep on him. Look at this. Watch. He's going to tank this right here. Watch. This is what we call a tank, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to take this like a champ. Look at that. Look at that. Blessed necklaces on him, and he's still got HP afterwards. This boy Zeorg is going crazy. Oh. God damn it. You know, as I say, you really do hate to see it sometimes. But I'm going to be honest with you, Zeorg knew. He's a hero. You know what I mean? He knew that he had to sacrifice himself in order for the rest of the team to survive and to clear this piece of content. So I can respect him on that level. 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and the boy Zeorg did his thing. What a hero. What a champion. I have so much respect for this man at the moment. And you know what else you should respect is this damage that you're about to see. Because I think Zeorg popped off right here. I'm telling you, he's popping off. 3 milli? 3 milli against Emmy? That is damage, ladies and gentlemen. That is popping off, boys. People be sleeping on Zeorg, man. I'm telling you, whenever I use these older units, like, they're not that bad. You just gotta have 3 broken support units to make them work. Now, I said we were only gonna do Emmy, but I lied. I want to see if this would work, because this has Human God and Demon Killer, pretty much everything. Look at us approaching the 50% threshold on this guy. He cannot handle the power that is Light Zeorg. He had to faint Zeorg. You have to stop this man. Some men are just known to be too powerful, and he is one of them. Look at this damage right here. You see that damage popping up? That's 70, that 30, 26k. You know what I'm saying? That's all Zeorg. This guy's trying to use the True Art again, trying to stop us in our tracks here, but just nothing's happening. Actually, wait, where did he go? I don't know what's happening with this True Art. Are we gonna die? I haven't seen him do this yet, have I? Oh my god. Now that was a lot of damage. I didn't even mean to reference that clip, but that still is a lot of damage. I never actually realized this man, Light Zeorg's True Art lasts for quite a while. Dang, we're dealing a lot of damage. Sheesh. What can I say though? What can you expect when Light Zeorg's on your team? Apparently, one of the worst characters in the game, right? One of the worst characters in the game. But let's see this damage real quick. 2 minutes and 46 seconds. You know, that was a pretty fast clear. Probably one of my fastest clears I've had on this. And look at that, 5.7 million. Mako who? Zeorg, SS tier if you ask me. Without even a crest or without his true weapon, he doesn't need anything. He could be out here just bare, straight, nude, and still do more than half of the imbeciles on this team. You know, I really gotta stop capping so much. I'm gonna go to hell if I keep lying like this. So, what did we learn about Zeorg? He did nothing. I will say that, surprisingly, he actually dealt more damage than Asuo, I think, whenever I used him in a video, which is actually kind of wild. I could be wrong about that, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he actually dealt more damage than Asuo whenever I took him up against, like, the damage trials and stuff like that. He's decent if you have the best units in the game. I don't think he fainted once in that entire session. I didn't see it if he did. It's kind of crazy. I'm actually surprised, even though it did take as long as it did, that he hit for as hard as he did, like 3 million. I thought that he wouldn't even hit that hard. Granted, it was like 3 minutes and he was using like maybe 10 or 15 True Arts. So, I mean, I guess it's expected, but still, you know, whenever I used Asuo, it wasn't like that. That's going to be it for this video. Tell me down below if there's another unit that I should check out that I haven't yet. That would make it for a fun video. It could be anybody. I definitely wouldn't mind checking out some of the units that have kind of went under my radar. I've never showcased before on the channel. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all for coming out, man. It's been your boy OP. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.